Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there was a girl named Cinderella who lived with her cruel stepmother and two wicked stepsisters. Cinderella's mother had passed away, and her father remarried, but he too died soon after, leaving her in the care of her stepfamily. Her stepmother and stepsisters made her do all the housework and treated her like a servant in her own home. She had to cook, clean, and tend to their every demand while they wore fancy dresses and attended parties. Despite her hard life, Cinderella remained kind and gentle, and her animal friends, like birds and mice, kept her company. One day, news spread that the king was hosting a grand ball to find a bride for his son, the prince. Every young woman in the kingdom was invited, including Cinderella's stepsisters, who were thrilled. Cinderella wanted to go too, but her stepmother laughed at her and said she had nothing to wear. Heartbroken, Cinderella went to the garden and began to cry, feeling her dream was impossible. Suddenly, her fairy godmother appeared, dressed in sparkles and full of magic. With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother turned Cinderella's ragged clothes into a beautiful gown. She also turned a pumpkin into a golden carriage and mice into horses to take Cinderella to the ball. Before sending her off, the fairy godmother warned Cinderella that the magic would only last until midnight. Cinderella arrived at the ball and immediately caught the prince's eye with her grace and beauty. The prince danced with her all night, and Cinderella felt like she was living a dream. But as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella had to flee before the magic wore off. In her hurry, she left behind a single glass slipper, the only clue to her identity. The prince searched the kingdom for the girl who fit the glass slipper, determined to find his mysterious love. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried the slipper, but it was too small for them. Finally, Cinderella tried it on, and it fit her perfectly, revealing her true identity. The prince was overjoyed and knew she was the one he had danced with. Cinderella and the prince were married in a grand celebration, and she finally escaped her cruel life. With her kind heart and inner strength, Cinderella found the happiness she deserved. She invited her animal friends to live with her in the palace, where she and the prince lived happily ever after.